This is gonna be one of the weird ones because I got personal attached to the Vikings growing up because of Randy Moss. But
Saying
man, the
the
Vikings
goaded.
got blown out 26-0 by the ex-quarterback they got rid of, Seattle Seahawks, of course, a better team. Did the
Mhm.
Vikings made a mistake, my guy, by
Of
letting Sam
course they
Darnold
did.
walk away?
Of course they did.
Talk to
You
me, man,
send
because
that
this
man. I believe we spoke briefly before this, and I was telling you how Sam Darnold, you got to let him go through his progressions. He made some bad choices in the playoffs last year as a Viking. But you got to remember, this is his first. He's never been in this situation before. This is his first playoff game. This is experience for him. You let him go through and make these mistakes now, so in the future he don't make these mistakes. Now, look who's going to the playoffs. Them Seahawks is definitely going to the playoffs. And
right.
look where you at as a franchise, Minnesota. Whoever came up with a decision to didn't want to pay him. He's young. He's not hurt like Kirk Cousins. Of course, he made some mistakes, and I think that's what they were thinking of. They don't want to Sam Darnold make a mistake like how Kirk Cousins was, but you can't compare the two. You cannot compare the two. This is why you don't compare quarterbacks with quarterbacks because they're two different people. They have two different mindsets. They play two different ways. You go and start over with JJ and you go draft JJ. Don't get me wrong, I'm a Michigan guy, so I like JJ, but
Right.
he is not the answer. You stick with what you know. And what you know is you should have paid Sam Darnold, and now
God, I got you 14 wins.
come on, got you 14 wins. He got a great arm. He see the field well. You got a all-star as a receiver. Come on, you're gonna waste his prime like you waste Randy Moss prime? You're gonna waste JJ Jetta prime like you waste Randy Moss prime. That's what they telling me when they made a decision like that.
Make no
Your
sense.
defense is pretty. I think the defense is pretty good. They're in a situation like Cincinnati, right? Where if your offense is clicking, it makes the defense play better. It doesn't matter if you're 32-28 in defense. If your offense play better, your defense will play better. That's the position they're in. And I'm not saying that they can't get better, but we all know Cincinnati defense is like a high school defense in the NFL. And now Minnesota is a team where, you know, they can actually be a top 10 defense if they had Sam Darnold there playing quarterback or some type of quarterback that could jumpstart that offense. That's what you need. And he was doing that last year. The chemistry between him and them receivers was fantastic last year, and then you just let him go.
Just let him
Hey,
go.
your
Now you
loss.
now
Now
you're out
he's
there
in
looking for
Seattle.
what?
Yep. Yep. And
First
now that
round
he's
pick.
in Seattle doing his thing.
I don't get it. I don't get it. But you said it best. It just doesn't make no sense to me. It just doesn't make any sense. Now I know you're trying to probably JJ. I watched Michigan last season that he was there. He barely throw the ball, man.
You put your faith in a quarterback that you don't know anything about coming out the draft, than to put your faith in a quarterback that you know that got you to the playoffs last year. This is where the frustration in the Vikings fans, I feel your pain, Vikings fans, because you know why? These boys is going through the same thing. I feel your pain. So all y'all Viking fans out there, I understand what's going on. Sam Darnold was the man. You listen, Jay Jetta was already paid.
Right.
You didn't want to pay Kirk Cousins. Pay Sam Darnold for what he did in 1 year. Pay him.
Yeah.
Why not? You got the money. If Cincinnati could pay
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow, Higgins,
Chase.
and Chase, why can't you pay Jay Jetta and Sam Darnold? Come on. Don't make sense at all.